Good evening from Galactic Public Radio on NC. I'm Spencer McDunn, and these are the top headlines from around the known galaxy. The Federation's surveillance practices are piling up multiple failures. For the latest, we go to Smooth Furnace in the Sol system.
Thanks, Spencer. Earlier this week, Federal Vice President Jerome Archer and many other federal officials were touting the success of the Proactive Detection Bureau. Among them, Federal Intelligence Agency Deputy Director Bethany Blake, chief of the PDB, who told the media, quote, "I can confirm that gathering such intelligence is within our legal remit. Unilateral declarations of independence are criminal acts that violate the federal accord. Therefore, we are identifying perpetrators before they cause harm, which is precisely what our surveillance network was established to do." End quote. As evidence of their success, multiple arrests of pro-independence individuals are cited as preventing, quote, "crimes against the Constitution," end quote. However, many commentators are quick to point out that actual terrorism and crimes, not just theoretical or planned ones, are going undetected by this controversial program. For example, Neo-Marlinist Liberation Army terrorists just carried out additional attacks on Marlinist starports and have still not been brought to justice for their attacks on federal starports months ago. Also, the Aegis Research Group is under investigation for its potential role in the disappearance of the megaship Alexandria. If the PDB was as effective as its supporters claim, either Professor Alba Tesreau would have been quickly cleared or quickly arrested. Instead, he has resigned under a cloud of suspicion and uncertainty. And as the final blow to the program's credibility, yet another federal faction is declaring its intentions to secede, with as many as 3 other factions rumored to be joining them. Security analysts have concluded that the PDB is not only failing at the job it was set up to do, but also at the job it professes to do well. Several members of the federal Congress have told GPR off the record that they are counting the days until President Hudson sacrifices the PDB and its main proponent, Vice President Archer, on the altar of political necessity. From Mars High Station in the Sol system for Galactic Public Radio, I'm Smooth Furnace.
Thanks, Smooth. The Far God cult received sufficient donations to build 3 megaships after their plea for aid. Leonard Yates from the Agazi settlement, now known as the 89th adherent of the 60th chapter, told local news feeds, quote, "The beneficence of the galactic community is deeply appreciated. Our missionary megaship, the Testament, will help carry news of the oncoming apocalypse to every system." End quote. Additional megaships, the Sacrosanct and the Perdition, are scheduled to depart civilized space and head out into the deep black. Their purpose, according to the 89th adherent, is to, quote, "embark on a holy pilgrimage. They will carry thousands of us faithful worshippers into the void to commune with the Far God and hasten its arrival." End quote. Independent pilots who contributed to the building effort have been advised by accounting experts to collect their earnings quickly, as the departure of so many cult members will probably negatively impact the Far God cult financial stability. Finally, in local news, the specter of war has fallen upon the Kistha system. Following reports of gross mismanagement of the station infrastructure of Ilion City, Guard Frequency Response began a campaign to assume responsibility for its operation. But rather than settling the matter at the pole, Lafquila Universal Company declared open hostilities. GFR Deputy Assistant Director Richard Clemens told GPR, quote, "We had hoped that the LUC would have followed the example set by the Labor of Kistha faction and settled this dispute like a reasonable citizen. Unfortunately, like many interstellar corporations, indiscriminate violence is just a cost of doing business. Apparently, the money they saved by neglecting the water facilities went directly into buying arms and combat vessels to stave off challenges to their control. But no matter, even though we prefer the ballot, we know our way around the bullet as well." End quote. Until the next turn of the worlds for Galactic Public Radio, I'm Spencer McDunn. Good night.